when we talk about when we're down, like when we are seriously down, when we are seriously in a bad place, when things have gotten too hard for us, or when, and you know, we don't know a way out, that's when that mentality starts to hurt us a little bit.
Yeah. No. And I mean, if you don't mind, I'll kind of share my story of when
Yeah, I was actually just going to ask you, you kind of touched on it earlier, but if you were okay with sharing that.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. To me, especially when you're in a relationship, a marriage is supposed to last forever. And in my case, it didn't. And I took that hard. I took that really hard. And instead of seeing things clearly the way that, oh, my daughter needs me, which it's 100%, my daughter does need me. I know that. And I knew that at the time, that I had a lot to live for, but I was tired of dealing with life. I didn't want to feel the hurt anymore. I didn't like the pain that was caused for me, and I didn't want to do it. I was tired. And I was tired of people, to be honest with you, I was tired of people coddling me and making me feel like I was a big baby about stuff. And being like, man, it's okay, you're better off without her. Also, I knew. There's a lot of things that I knew, but at that time, it didn't matter. And I had a plan. I remember biting down, to be honest with you, on a 45. And yeah, what happened next was pretty crazy though. It was out of the blue. I had one of my buddies call me. The call that he had, it didn't say anything. It didn't say anything like, hey man, you trying to kill yourself?
Right.
No, like the call that he said, it just like pick up the phone and he's like, what's up, buddy? And I'm just like, it derailed my brain for just a second. And just literally somebody just calling and checking in. And the next thing he said was, so are you catching any deers out there? And I was like, dude, like it was just, to be honest with you, that conversation was nothing. That conversation wasn't anything.
It was just everything though.
Him being him.
That was one of the things we talked about at the hospital, and was I didn't see it coming. I didn't. And maybe just reaching out, like someone reached out to you, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's what we want to encourage people to do. Not only reach out to just reach out to your friends, reach out to the people you know, but also be willing to ask for it. You know what I mean?
After Matt, my buddy Matt saved my life in that tree stand, Uncle Mike was the person that came and picked me up from the tree stand. And when we were driving back, he did something I've never seen him do before. And he said, hey, you want to talk about it? And I was like, he said, yeah, I know that shit sucks. I was like, what? Hearing him open up and say, hey, I've been there and this is what I did. I got through it, and you'll get through it too. And if you want to talk, don't be afraid to reach out. Just hearing that was it was something that meant a lot more to me than I think in that moment he would have thought that it would. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do, is to make this normal. That you're talking about something that you don't want to bother someone with your problems, but you don't know that person wouldn't be bothered in the slightest bit if you came to them and you were open, honest, vulnerable with them through their problem.